They call themselves concerned citizens who want justice to prevail. Friday, 12 November 2021, they held a procession to State House demanding that President Hakainde Hichilema raise a motion to lift former President Edgar Lungu's immunity.
Justice. 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 Justice.
Former UPND presidential campaign team member Hakainde said Mr. Lungu is not above the law for him not to be subjected to investigations.
We've told the president to say, in 2015, Mr. Edgar Lungu, against the constitution of our land, allowed his ministers to stay in office illegally, consuming taxpayers' money.
Yes.
When Kanyama Clinic has got no medicine. I think those are some of the things that we aligned in this petition to the president, and we humbly know that His Excellency, being a listening president, on behalf of the people of Zambia, will listen. Lastly, to my side, Mr. Edgar Lungu will not be the first one in this country. We had Mr. Chiluba's immunity being lifted and he was investigated.
Yes.
So why won't Mr. Edgar Lungu's immunity be lifted today when there are issues pending behind him? So we want his immunity to be lifted as soon as possible.
And UPND Lusaka District Information Publicity Secretary Matomola Likwanya says Mr. Lungu's immunity should be lifted to pave way for investigations in various alleged corruption cases.
Constitution of the Republic of Zambia, Article 43, and amended in 2016, Article 98, does provide that the President can pass a motion in the National Assembly of removal of a former head of state. Therefore, our grounds that we are advancing today are that former President Dr. Edgar Lungu has been mentioned in acts of terrorism. Some Rwandan rebels testified before the courts of Rwanda that they were sponsored by former President Edgar Lungu. We also hold the view that former President Dr. Edgar Lungu abused institutions of governance, such as the DMOMU, the police, such as the courts.
He is hopeful that the president will act on their demands.
Answers on the illegal exportation of mukura to Malaysia.
Yes.
They are demanding answers on the procurement of the presidential jet.
Yes.
They demand answers to the fire tenders.
Yes.
The Zambian people are demanding answers to the recruitment of Chinese in the Zambia police service.
Yes.
The Zambian people, they demand answers to the people that gassed the Zambian people.
Yes.
These answers can only be answered by the former head of state,
yes,
who is closely attached to these issues, such as the Anibi scandal,
yes,
such as the building of the expired drugs.
Yes.
Therefore, we call upon the president, because he's a listening president, to listen to the pride of the Zambian people.
However, some Patriotic Front members and other non-state actors have been opposing the move.
I think it would be uncalled for Parliament to take such an action, or for people to call for such an action. I think you and me believe and understand that President Lungu has done the best he could for this country.
So I want to call upon the Zambian people to understand that there has never been a time when a president, the immunity is lifted and they win the case. Let's look at Chiluba's case. He was acquitted. Arabi's case, he was acquitted.
Records indicate that two of Zambia's former head of state have had their immunity lifted, including Rupia Banda in the year 2013 and the late Frederick Chiluba in the year 2002. Will former President Edgar Lungu become the next casualty? For now, we can only wait and see how President Hichilema will respond. Patrick Soko, Camnet News in Lusaka.